If you want to learn how this company-wide cybersecurity training platform called Company Training Academy works, then this video is for you. I'll show you the main features of this training platform, so you'll have a clear idea on how this learning management system can reduce your training costs and make overall cybersecurity compliance much easier. Working in compliance area for more than a decade now, we realized that one of the most important factors of non-compliance is lack of cybersecurity awareness and training, if not the most important factor. For example, you might have an employee who didn't go through a security awareness training and simply lacks some basic cybersecurity hygiene skills, and therefore causes a big security breach because he didn't protect the information on his laptop properly. Or you might have a mid-level manager who is not complying with a certain new policy because he was never trained on how to use this policy properly. Now, most problems with the cybersecurity implementation happen because companies expect from their employees to accept all of these new policies and procedures and other rules by default. But in reality, this is not happening because either employees do not understand why these new security rules are needed in the first place, or how actually they have to perform these new activities. And the answer to this problem is that you have to raise awareness, in other words, answer the question of why something is needed, and you also have to train your employees in order to answer the question how, meaning that you have to explain how the things need to be done. Let me show you now how Company Training Academy can help you with this. Okay, this is how Company Training Academy training platform looks like when you log in. So here on the dashboard you can see training programs that you have launched. So in this case I have some 27001 GDPR, DORA, Security Awareness Program and NIS2. I'll show you how to set this up in a minute. Let me first show you this lesson library. So this is where we have all the lessons. And as you can see, we have more than 300 of these lessons, so we invested lots of effort into covering not only these major frameworks, but also to create all the relevant videos for each of these frameworks. And by the way, we are adding new videos almost on a weekly basis. Now you can filter these videos and see some specific videos. Let's say that you're interested in NIS2, so you simply click here and then apply filters. And then you can see the lessons that are relevant only for this particular framework. Or you can also filter them by language. So let's see French, and then you see all the videos in French here. You could also filter them by countries to see some country-specific videos, also by targeted audience. But let's go back to English and let me show you how these videos look like. So for example, this video about remote work, it tells you here what clauses of the standard or regulation are covered. And then when you click this preview, you can actually see how it looks like. So it basically lasts less than 5 minutes so that it's not too boring for employees, so that it's short enough to keep attention. And what is also important, all of these videos are made in such a way that they are easy to understand for non-technical people, so that everyone in the company can actually follow them with ease. And what we see will happen in the future is that most companies will merge their compliance efforts with cybersecurity awareness and training. And this is our mission, to help companies perform this training and awareness in an easy and useful way. Okay, let me now show you how to build a training program. So you go here to this option, set up a new training. And what you'll see is this wizard, which actually enables you to launch a new training program within 5 minutes, so that it's very easy to set it up. So you select the framework. Let's say that we want to go for general cybersecurity awareness without actually going into any of these frameworks. And then the system automatically suggests you target audiences so that you have a good match between topics and particular roles within the company, because you don't want to push each and every video to everyone in the company, because then it would be a bad match. So let's say that you want to display this only to the middle-level management, and then you click continue. And then you basically select a country. So if you want to display some country-specific videos, let's say in this case I don't want any country-specific videos, you select a language and then you click continue. And then the system automatically suggests you all the videos that could be a part of this training program. And as you can see, you see all the details, the title, the duration, also which clauses are covered, and you can see, of course, the preview of the video. And you can remove any of these videos if you don't like them, or you can simply drag and drop and change the sequence of the display of these videos. Once you're satisfied with this, then you move on to the next step and you define the frequency of how often you want your employees to see this video. So let's say you don't want really one video per day. Let's say that you want one video per week and that you want employees to see this video, let's say every Thursday. And then you set up the start of your program and how often you want this program to be repeated, let's say every 2 years. And then you click continue. And then you have to enter email addresses of your employees. So you can enter any number of email addresses here. And then you click continue. And then you set what exactly do you want these attendees to see. Do you want them to see only the videos or videos and quizzes or videos and quizzes and test questions? And then when these test questions and quizzes are going to be displayed, and you will also see the test results in your reporting. And then you basically simply activate the program and that's it. So it's very quick, it's very simple to do it. And then once your users start attending these lessons and filling out these tests and quizzes, then you can see very detailed reports. So you go here for this user management and reporting. Here you will see the list of all of your users and how they perform. And then you can take a look at each individual user and their success rate, but you can also take a look at training reports. You can download them in PDF and you can see the student success rate for a particular training, but you can also take a look at the lesson success rate and also training program success rate. So all of these reports are downloadable in PDF format and they're also personalized with your company name and your company logo. And to be honest, it took us a while for us to develop a solution that is a good fit for the market needs. In the beginning, we only had courses for individuals, and it turned out that these courses are good for only a couple of people in the company, but not all the employees in the company. And then we developed a cybersecurity awareness solution that was in English, and we realized that companies need not only awareness solutions, but also training for specific frameworks, and that English is not enough because, for example, in Europe, English is not a primary language for the majority of Europeans. So what we did, we developed a solution that covers not only cybersecurity awareness, but also ISO 27001, DORA, NIS2, GDPR, and we are also adding some other frameworks. On top of this, we cover several other languages other than English, and we are planning to cover all European languages and all the major worldwide languages. We also made this solution very easy to use so that it is really possible to set up in 5 minutes a training program up and running. And finally, we made it very cost effective so that it can be affordable not only for larger organizations, but also for smaller and mid-sized companies. And now we see clients actually coming up primarily from 3 groups. The first group are companies that need to comply with ISO 27001. These are mainly tech companies, but also other service-based businesses. The second group are critical infrastructure companies that need to comply with NIS2. And the third group are financial entities that need to comply with DORA. So to wrap this up, do you need this kind of an online training? No, you can still try to do it in the old traditional way. But if you want to embrace this new way of dealing with the cybersecurity, then join us. Our mission is we make complex frameworks easy to understand and simple to use. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about Company Training Academy, and I'll make sure to answer them as quick as I can. To access this Company Training Academy, click the link in the description below and you'll be able to sign up for a free trial where you can test all the functionalities together with your employees. See also my next video that will explain how to set up a training program in the Company Training Academy. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel not to miss any of my new videos, and I publish videos every week. Thanks for watching!